It started with 3 words. Not a press conference, not a long letter, not a carefully produced documentary announcement. Just 3 words delivered through an agent on a Tuesday afternoon in July 2026. He is leaving. After 8 seasons, 1 championship, and 479 games in purple and gold, LeBron James informed the Los Angeles Lakers that he would not be returning. No drama, no farewell tour, no goodbye speech at Crypto.com Arena. Just the quiet end of one of the most complicated chapters in NBA history, and the beginning of the question that is now consuming every basketball fan on the planet. Where is LeBron going? And more importantly, is this the last time we will ever watch him choose? Let's start with what we know. LeBron James is 41 years old. He averaged 20.9 points, 7.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds this past season on shooting splits that most 25-year-olds would envy. In the playoffs, with Luka Doncic injured and the roster held together with tape, he dragged the Lakers to the second round almost by himself. The man is not declining. The man is just deciding. His agent, Rich Paul, did something unusual. Instead of staying quiet, he went on a podcast and essentially read a list out loud. Knicks, Celtics, 76ers, Cavaliers, Heat, Warriors, Timberwolves, 10 teams, scrawled on a whiteboard, shown to the world. That is not an agent protecting his client. That is an agent running an auction. So let's go through the real options. Not the rumors, the logic. Option 1, the Golden State Warriors. This is the one that feels almost too cinematic to be real. LeBron and Steph Curry, the 2 players who defined an entire era of basketball as rivals, becoming teammates in the final chapter of both their careers. They won a gold medal together in Paris in 2024. They have spoken openly about their mutual respect, and Warriors coach Steve Kerr already coached them both on that Olympic team. The basketball case is legitimate. Curry is still elite. Jimmy Butler is there. The system fits LeBron's game. And there is something undeniably poetic about the player empowerment era, which LeBron essentially invented with the decision in 2010, ending with him joining the team that spent a decade as his greatest nemesis. The question is not whether it makes sense. The question is whether LeBron wants to be a supporting character in someone else's house. Option 2, the Cleveland Cavaliers. He has already gone home once. In 2014, he left Miami and returned to Cleveland, and 2 years later, he delivered the city its first championship in any sport in 52 years. The defining image of his career is still that chase-down block in Game 7 of the 2016 Finals, in a Cavaliers jersey in overtime in Oakland. The Cavaliers are good again. They push deep into the Eastern Conference Finals this season, and there is a version of this story, LeBron, in his 24th year, going home one final time, trying to win one last title in the place where he grew up. That writes itself as the greatest ending in the history of professional sports. The financial math is complicated, but LeBron has never let money be the only variable. Option 3, the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is the wild card. Minnesota has Anthony Edwards, one of the most electric players in the league. They have LaMelo Ball, they have Rudy Gobert. They have gone to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row and cannot quite get over the top. And they have never, in their entire franchise history, won an NBA championship. LeBron James has called Edwards a longtime favorite. They were teammates at the Paris Olympics. Rich Paul's whiteboard reportedly listed Minnesota. And if LeBron wants to cement himself as the man who brought a championship to a franchise that has never had one, the way he did in Cleveland, the way he did with the 2020 Lakers bubble title, Minnesota offers that story. Option 4, the San Antonio Spurs. Yes, the Spurs. This is the one nobody is talking about loudly enough. Victor Wembanyama just took San Antonio to the NBA Finals. He is 22 years old. He is, by most accounts, the most talented player of his generation and possibly the most physically gifted defender the league has ever seen. And the Spurs, fresh off a finals run, have real cap space and the credibility of a franchise that knows how to build winners. Imagine LeBron James, 4 championships, 24 years of professional basketball, the all-time scoring leader, spending 1 season as the veteran presence beside the player who is being called his heir apparent. Passing the torch on the court, teaching Wembanyama what it takes. One last great act of basketball legacy building. It may not happen, but it should not be dismissed. The final question, is this the last dance? LeBron has not said yes. His team has not said yes. At 41, still averaging over 20 points a game, still capable of playoff moments that make younger players look ordinary, he has not given any indication that he is done. But the math is simple. He will be 42 years old when next season ends. He will have played 24 years of professional basketball. He will have won 4 championships on 3 different teams in 4 different cities. He will be, by any reasonable measure, the greatest player who has ever lived, or the closest thing to it, depending on who you ask. At some point, even the greatest stories end. The difference with LeBron is that he has always understood that he is not just a basketball player, he is a narrative. Every team he has joined has become a chapter. Every departure has become a headline. And now, for what may be the final time, he is standing at a crossroads, and the entire basketball world is leaning in to see which way he turns. Where is LeBron going? We do not know yet. But when he decides, we will all stop what we are doing and watch. Because that is what LeBron James does, even at 41, even after everything. He still makes the whole world pay attention.